Hey, what's up, guys? This is Racing Raved, and this is going to be the second episode of our podcast with the creator of FCR, Dan and Ray Sparks, Mr. Ankitra, and myself. So get your popcorns, get your headphones, and let's tune in.
Okay, so back to interrogating Dan while putting him at gunpoint. So the first question: are you interested in implementing a multiplayer mode?
I am interested in implementing a multiplayer mode. It is more difficult to do that. It's of course, I think it's logical to understand why that is a bit more difficult than single player, but I am interested. I don't know when it's feasible to say that it will arrive. Not in the release of 2026, even though I would have maybe wanted to. But at some point there will be some kind of multiplayer and it will actually be good. That's the thing. When I am trying to do something and to release something, I want it to be at a certain level of quality, not just have the thing and get it done over. So yeah, interested definitely. When is it going to happen? I don't know exactly as of right now.
So this answers the next question too. Will we ever get multiplayer race? So the answer to that might be we will, but don't know
We
when.
will, but
Isn't it?
not sure exactly when. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question is
That would be crazy. I'll do more live streams about all the multiplayer and stuff. That would be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be
yeah. Okay, so
Alamo, multiplayer is crazy. Like you can crash into each other. That is crazy. None of the games like Monopoly, you can't crash into each other. But Ala Mobile went extreme. Like you can crash into it. You can bully your rival. You can absolutely bully your rival.
Yeah,
There's no
desync
rule.
is
Like,
so bad though. It's quite hard to actually know where your opponent is, and that's
Yeah.
bit of a problem.
very buggy also. Like you select one track and they just teleport you so all the time to China for some reason. I don't know. When I was streaming Ala Mobile multiplayer, they were always like whatever track I select, like always China for some reason. They were like teleporting me to China. I don't know. Obsession with that, maybe. There you go.
well, so there are a few questions slash statements that are not in the language that I understand, but when I Google
Even after climbing to a cell tower,
Let's go him again.
the connection is still like that.
yeah, so oh my god, how do I fix it? I'll have to find a fix for it. But the thing is, a few questions are not in the language that I understand. That is not in English. But when I translated them, it mainly comes down to when the game will be released, what is the release date, or like that. I guess we already got
I
that
said
from Dan.
already, we don't know.
Yeah.
And I sincerely don't know. It's not like I'm acting. I really don't know. When it's ready. That's the main answer I can give right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it has come a lot way since the first thing you gave us. So yeah, the next question is: will it have older cars, 2010, 2000s, 1980s, or the other regulations, the past regulations?
Well, at some point it will. At 2026, it will probably not. But what I can tell is that at least we'll have all the teams from the current. There will be the update from the 20 cars to the 22 and possibly 24 as well. Subtle foreshadowing, not like FX Racer that didn't add the 11th team in the 2026 update, and that is quite disappointing from my point of view.
I still can't even play the update. Sorry to jump in. I can't even play it. I'm on iOS. If I go to the App Store right now, don't embarrass me, please.
Is it still 2025?
Yeah. Yeah, there's the last update 3 months ago.
It takes us so long to update on the iOS. Like I don't know why. Like people like suffering
Fran
even
didn't
after
even-
1 month. Even after 1 month of my update video, people like, bro, where is the update? I am on iOS. I'm like, oh, still not there.
Suboptimal.
That's crazy.
I'm going to give a
Fran
bit
didn't
of
even announce anything
insight
regarding.
I don't.
to
Yeah.
this.
This is so crazy. I've been in the beta development of FX Racer, and we even don't have any idea what was going on with the game. And I was so much preparing for the Real Racing 3 stream, and it just he just released it out of nowhere. I was in the stream and I just saw like the update is there. Like I was so bugged out. I'm like, how am I supposed to make the video? It's so crazy. It was literally no announcement. He just nuked it. Like yeah, there we go, there we go. Take the update on your face. Take the update. I mean, it's still good that he released the update, but why it is suddenly out of nowhere? Another thing is that why he removed DRS. I mean, this year phone cars has DRS. I mean, it's just front wing DRS and rear wing DRS. Technically, DRS just serves the same purpose, but I don't know. Fran just removed the whole thing and only ERS. So I don't know why he removed that. Would have been cool to have active arrow like something like that, like Monoposto has. Like you can click it and you get the boost, something like that. But he removed it. No idea why.
Well, I'm going to give a bit of a technical insight into why the iOS updates are a bit later. 1 month is way too much, but it takes more time to approve an update on iOS than on Android. What I'm trying to do is not say that the update is coming tomorrow or in 2 days. Only after I get approval from both stores that the update is good to go. So when I say that, well, the next FCR update is coming on this date, it usually means that the update is approved for both stores. So yeah, it's a bit of a thing I'm trying to do to like equalize the scene between Android and iOS, as we've talked about it a bit earlier. It's like Rev has asked me a bit earlier if I'm going to prioritize any platform over the other, and this is the way I kind of answer it and say no. We are trying to stay consistent between the two, do some proper announcements, some proper news to get people excited, not just the update is here actually, you know what, just go and download it. That's not really how hype works. But yeah, I'll say something about the FX Racer 26 update. I've played it a bit yesterday and so on. There are quite a few changes, which I like. Still, yeah, the thing that DRS has been removed, it's like, why? Because it should
Like,
be
also why?
a bit more powerful. But I'm going to say something which probably Ancient Troy wouldn't really like, but FX Racer has got the full DRS lifetime without implementing the DRS animation.
Oh my god.
Which is
Oh my god.
from 2011 all the way. They still
Wow.
haven't managed to do a DRS opening animation thing.
You see, right? I do understand.
It's got the full lifetime of the DRS.
You know, when people give me
There is no
old
animation.
allegations, I do understand, because I was out here playing FX Racer when it was still Formula Unlimited
played it.
2014.
I played it in 2012.
12. What was it called then?
Yes.
Because like I had F1
It was
2011.
FX Racer.
It was
It
never.
was FX
No,
Racer.
it was never FX Racer.
It was.
2000. I was 4 years old. Was it that? It was 14 years. The game is for 14 years.
Yes. Yes.
Unless was it only on Android at the time? Because I remember on my iPad.
It was only on Android.
Oh,
probably.
okay.
Yeah.
Because like I remember
got
Formula Unlimited 2014, and I'm like, nice game, that's pretty cool. And then FX Racer turned up, and Formula Unlimited disappeared. So I thought, oh, changed the name, did he?
On Android, both are still up.
Oh, there
I
you
think
go.
I played Formula
can play
Unlimited.
both.
There was like, it was like FX Racer. I mean, everything is like that FX Racer. 2017, 16, I think so. During that time, but I don't remember before that time like the game
Yeah.
existed or not. I just
In 2012, I think
remember
that was the first time I actually got it was a tablet or stuff like that. I was 9 years old and I was searching for cool F1 games to play, and it was that FX Racer. It was whoa! It was the best game
Yeah,
ever.
by
It's
far.
like, whoa, so cool, man!
Mate, we were in the trenches back then. We had F1 2011 on mobile, where the steering was so stiff it wouldn't even go more than this amount of degrees when turning. It was just it was so cooked, man. What a different time.
I don't know you guys know about this game called Formula Fast Race, and it was epic actually. The controls on the game was epic. There was understeer, oversteer. Back in
Yeah, it was
2017, that
very
game
good.
had everything. It was
It
very good,
was
but
very
the
good.
developer disappeared. The developer disappeared. The game disappeared also out of nowhere. Like what happened, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that game got potential. I mean, if they like regularly updated the game, we could have got something else maybe. Like they figured out the oversteer, understeer, and pretty solid AI. I mean, they like kind of shunt you off sometimes, but still, it was during that time. Felt really modern during that time. I mean, really good. But oh, there we go.
Oh, they
Antarctica.
got him
FOM. FOM.
again.
Yeah,
FOM.
they've found
FOM is
him.
the reason.
Oh,
What?
They released
That was
him. They
quick.
released him.
Yeah.
He said it's fair use. No copyright. It's fair use. Then they released him. Now, Reb, where are you? Are you on the road or are you
are
on the
you
tower?
with
Are you
us?
somewhere in the mountains?
Yeah. So I literally have to just now go to the street at this point.
Are you
Yeah.
really on the street?
No. I might just have to. I'm not right now, but we just have to.
Yeah.
This is just too. It's like now that the like it's now that I am live that it is happening even more for some reason.
Oh, yeah, probably. It's probably because of that.
Sounds
Is it
about
That's one
right.
raining there,
thing.
Reb? Is it raining there? Is it raining there, Reb?
No, it was raining in the morning, but no. Everything is
Maybe
fine.
during.
For some reason, it's just I am live right now, but for some reason, it is happening now. Yeah. So we will move on to the next question. That is, what is the like? This is a good question. That is, what is the major reason Dan is switching to Unreal Engine 5 from Unity, and
And
like what it is now that you are switching from Unity to Unreal? There are quite a few questions
why is
about
it
that.
now, or why wasn't it earlier, or why is it generally? I mean, I'm going to answer to both actually, because there is
Yeah, and
one
like
thing. Um, why I'm
there
switching
is, it's
to
like the
first.
general now. Like why
Yeah,
now? I don't know why. I don't know.
yeah.
Like the questions are like, why is it a good time? Why does Dan think it is a good
Okay,
time to switch
yeah.
now?
Okay. So, it is a good time for FCR generally, and it is a good time for the sport generally, and these two kind of went well together. So I'm going to explain them separately and then together. So there is the time for FCR where we have kind of not hit a point yet where the game is like complete or maxed out, but I've hit a point where in my thought process there'll be like, oh, I've got quite a lot of systems to remake if I want the game to develop further more than this. So there was this thing that, well, the game is at this stage, but if I want to put a lot more things onto it, I'm gonna have to redo a lot of stuff to like build them from scratch. And there was the other time where Unity quite annoyed me with a lot of the things. And these two together went to the thought of, well, can't I just switch to Unreal? The thing is, probably many people have this thought or are a bit aware of how the engine goes and the possibilities, but they don't know quite the full picture. And many times they may have seen a game or two made in Unreal that maybe performed very badly or was purely optimized and say, oh, it's why would you do that? Why would you do that in a mobile game? But the thing is, first, it's quite a unique opportunity to and we are quite unique in doing this, but that's why I'm trying in the first place, because it will be something very different, as I've said, from many games. It will be something that gives me way more possibilities, and I believe that the engine is mature enough to extract a lot of performance from it. It's not going to be like those scenes that you see with unrealist, with fantastic graphics and that CGI style of rendering. Of course, something like that is never going to run on a mobile device, and those scenes most of the time aren't even actual games; they are just renders. So yeah, there was that point where I said that look, I have to change a lot of things, but if I change the engine, I might actually extract more from this. So I'm in this very good position where I can afford to do that. I could afford to do that, to rebuild some systems and to also change. And it was also a good time for the sports because new regs, new engines, new everything, a new game engine from my side. So it was a bit poetic. So it went a bit both ways. The thing is that, well, I don't know. It's I think a change that of course surprised many people, but I'm going to say that low key other developers may want to have this opportunity and may want to afford this kind of stuff, but they really can't because they've built on a base with an engine and they can't really change the fundamentals unless they skip 1 year entirely or do all sorts of crazy stuff or crazy work. I am putting in some crazy amount of work for this to turn out very well, but I could afford it. I said yes, let's do this, and we've decided on it. We are working on it, but it's a much more stable journey now, and it will turn out to be a pretty fantastic game from my point of view.
Rev, can I tell you one thing? The audio was not coming
Yeah,
the whole
sure.
time. The whole audio was not coming the whole time.
Yes. So next question regarding Unreal. How difficult was the engine switch to Unreal?
Quite difficult. Quite a few things to learn, and few things still to learn, even right now. But as I've said, I believe we are in a good position right now, and the all of the things are coming together pretty well. So yeah, it was pretty difficult, but challenging and rewarding.
Okay. Like, is it difficult in a way like you have to learn this like Unity runs on C sharp? Do you have to like learn it C plus plus or in like that a new entire code? Or is it like the UI of the new like how you Unreal works overall? Is it like
How
that
Unreal
kind of thing?
works generally, how Unreal works, that is the biggest challenge. C++ I do already. The UI is okay. It's the way things work. They work quite differently over Unity. It's built more as a PC first, console first platform, but it has very decent mobile capabilities as well, and it's it's a challenging journey, as I've said, but one that is paying off, I believe, even right now.
Like April. Like what the hell is FIA doing or FOM doing and Liberty Media doing? You knew it from since like when the war started that Saudi and Bahrain will be problem. Like, go somewhere
Yeah.
else. There are thousand more tracks.
Money,
Money, yeah. Sponsorship
money.
deals, like you can't really just suddenly go out of it. Like there's tickets has to be released, and all of the plans, like, and it is very less time, I think so. But during the lockdown time, it was easy because there was no fan going, there was no ticket sort of a thing going
Yeah.
on, so it was relatively easier to last moment decide the tracks. But right now, because tracks also have to make profit, right? Fans will arrive on the tracks, they have to book the tickets, and there's just not enough time to do that. So
They had plenty
also the
of time
money
to
Yeah,
thing.
announce at least Imola. Let's be fair. They
yeah,
had
like
plenty of time
it
to
was
put at
not
least
that
Imola in
late.
there. A track
We
that
still
was
have three
supposed to
weeks.
be in the calendar anyway. It was supposed to
Yeah,
be in the
exactly.
calendar anyway. It should have been in the calendar anyway.
Yeah,
Imagine
Let's
Australia
be
if
was
they
let's
would
not
be
be
to
ready
or
at
let's
the
be
another.
so real for a second here. Let's be so real. Ebola should have been in the calendar
it should have.
in the first place. Let's be so
We
real.
are replacing Imola for what? Mattering a street
Mad
circuit.
Bull.
Like
Awful.
what the hell is
This
that?
will not be
It's
even
not even
released
ready
on
yet.
time, I think.
It's not even it's
It is
not
not
even
even.
on.
Yeah,
Me and Rev, we don't
we're
know how
living
to
on
do the
hope.
track in FCR 2026. We don't know how to do the track because there is no renders available. There is nothing. We've
Yeah,
got
there
like,
is no data. We have
we've
no
got
reference for
someone who did it
anything.
in Assetto Corsa and that's it. It's like,
Yeah, and maybe we have to go off it. That asset of course, track. Like take inspiration from it. We're not Grand Velocity. We're not going to take the asset of course track or something.
well, about that, yeah. No, we aren't.
Yeah, but like even I know how Indian system works. Mr. Ankit Rai knows how clumsy and everything these Indian systems work. But we still the Indian GP back in 2010 made like was completed just a few months before. But it's like the race is in 2 months and the track is still not done yet. Wow, how are you
Yeah,
joking? Right? You must be
but
joking.
that was like, okay, it was planned and so on. You knew how it was, exactly how it was going to look like and everything. It was, yeah, it was on the limit, but it
This
was still
time we have
okay. As for Madrid, though, things are quite differently.
track layout is
Yeah,
also
like
weak. I saw a video on YouTube. Like the guy
It
was
is.
saying it would be very difficult to race on the track. I mean,
It
it's just
it
so
will.
less overtaking opportunity. Kochi sort of a
There is,
90-degree
is
corners and
it
I think there
a
is a
very
Montreal
very,
less?
also.
I think
Yeah,
there is a
quote
very
unquote
narrow
on that.
section. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
Sorry, Reft. Yeah.
yeah. Go on.
Yeah, go ahead.
You completely right.
Yeah. I think there's a very narrow section. It's like 10 meters ish.
Oh my
There are
god.
like some huge concrete walls over there. And it's like, yeah, I don't know if it's at the end of a straight or where it was, but it's a very narrow section. And I think racing is going to be very difficult, especially around that part. Yeah.
Layout is
Yeah,
weird, kind of. Layout
Mr.
is really weird.
I would like to quote Mr. Ankit Rai what he said that difficult overtaking opportunities. I mean, like, is it a new thing in the recent F1 history? Difficult
Difficult.
overtaking is difficult on a circuit. Is it like a new thing? We have it every the street track other
It's
than
not
a
new.
few. Yeah,
It's
It's
not
new.
new, yeah.
It's new. It's not new for Monaco for sure. It's
Mm.
not new for Monaco.
Yeah. That.
The only proper overtake we have was George Russell cutting the corner.
Oh
That
my
is the
god.
reason
Didn't Lance
even
Stroll make
even
didn't Lance
Lance
Stroll
Stroll made
make two proper
overtakes.
Yeah,
overtakes,
true.
actual
Oh
overtakes?
yeah,
He did.
yeah.
yeah,
Lance
making
Stroll
it
made proper overtakes. He's the goat. He's the goat of Formula
He's the
1.
goat of sometimes, yeah.
Every so
Yeah,
often he
sometimes.
remembers he
every
can drive.
He got pole position.
yeah,
Remember back in 2020, I think so.
Yeah,
In
He got
exactly.
pole
Istanbul,
position
yeah.
and he was
yeah.
in the camera
So,
like, "Yeah, I love my job. I love my job. Yeah, I love my job."
I think anyone
And he
would
was
do that
just
after
every
their first
time,
pole.
yeah, every time a single drop of rain hits the track, Stroll either becomes Prime Senna or Prime Nikita Mazepin.
Yeah,
You
genuinely.
remember that clip? You remember that clip when the engineer said like, "Lance, can you keep it out? Can you keep it out?"
I
Yes,
said,
and he spins
yes!
right away.
God,
Next corner.
And spins right
That's
away.
what
straight
matters.
away.
It was in Sochi. It was in Sochi, I guess.
Yeah,
It was in Sochi
Yeah.
21 or
2021,
20.
2021,
Yeah, it was,
2021.
yeah, it was in Sochi. Well, Lando choked that win by
Yeah.
not hitting.
The first of many for Lando to bottle.
First of many bottles for Lando. It was a trailer for what was to come next.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair play to him for winning the title, though. Even though I'm dead inside that he won one before
Yeah.
Charles Leclerc. But oh well, we never get what we want.
Yeah.
There was
So
a meme
what
going
topic
on like
were we-
Leclerc was saying, "Lando, we can be world champion one day. Lando, we can be world champion one day." Banana Leclerc.
Yeah, banana yeah. And his
I
comments
like
are
that.
in
Lando, so
Australian like
good.
it's like the mushroom in Mario Kart.
It's like the mushroom in Mario Kart, yeah, yeah. And then Max saying
Nothing,
that he
just
switched the
ancient.
simulator to, yeah, to his
Yeah.
intent.
Then Ferrari literally put that mushroom overtake button as the mushroom of Mario
Oh my
Kart on
god.
Charles Leclerc steering wheel.
But you people, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you so I can prepare for my race later. But I got a question for Dan Andre, if I'm permitted to ask.
Yeah, of course.
All right,
Absolutely.
so done. Obviously we've got the new F1 car model coming, but is there any sort of plan of potentially F2, F3, maybe F4, so I can add my livery and pretend I'm iRacing Creators Champion again. But F4. Are we gonna get other categories of racing perhaps one day, or is that like far fetched?
It's a bit far-fetched. We're not gonna get them on release day, but again, it's something that I'm looking into at least. Like plans for the far future, probably not at release. I'm probably gonna disappoint you a bit with that. But it's something again that I'm looking to for the further future, let's say.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Right, people. Wish me luck for my race.
Yes,
It's gonna be horrid.
can we have two few minutes from you? Yeah, because there's a question that I would like to ask to, like, it is basically for me and Dan, but I would like to ask it to every one of you. If
Okay.
Sparks can give me a few minutes.
Yeah, that's okay. That's perfectly fine.
Right, right.
This person asks two questions. One is for Dan, that I will ask, but it's for like, and asks me, that is, how did you get into Blender and 3D modeling? So like, I would like to ask Sparks first, that how did you get the inspiration of coming into YouTube? Did you like just started it for fun, or like you had some inspiration from someone, or like had some goals to achieve, like get a few people watching me or something like that? What was it?
Well, so like before I started YouTube, around 2018, I started just making videos here and there because why not? I loved editing, loved recording and whatnot. But then I was still learning. I was still very, very rubbish at it at the time. But then 2 years later, lockdown happened, and I got bored. So I thought, okay, there's an F1 mobile racing YouTube. I'm gonna shout him out right now. Kosa NL basically made my whole career possible. Essentially, with the shout out he gave me that day and numerous shout outs he gave me after that. And then that was enough for me to build my own platform and kind of be released from the nest a little bit and go crazy with what I've done over the years. So yeah, the whole thing that I've started since 2020 was all because I was a little bit bored and I loved video editing and I still absolutely love it. So yeah, it's been a pretty cool journey.
As we are so far with
Thank you for that.
like literally being the Creator Series champion, are we seeing you anytime soon in real life racing? Transition.
Oh my god.
Are we seeing that?
I think the true dream is to race in real life for anyone. Anyone who has a sim rig, you always imagine, I'm pretty good at this. You know what? Why not put me in a real car? But obviously it's very pricey. So I think for the meantime, I'm very happy to stick on the sim rig. Very happy. Never let me down yet. And I think if I ever am going to do more racing, I'd love to get into like more karting, like more competitive karting first of all, and see how I do. Or maybe just some throwaway race. I don't know, but I'd love to do real life, but obviously
Like
it's very pricey.
Like Jimmy Broadbent.
Yeah,
Jimmy Broadbent.
yeah.
Super GT. They like literally racing right. They were racing in
They were
Nürburgring.
racing Verstappen, yeah. It's absolutely mental. Like real life racing is the coolest thing ever. Like I've watched a lot of James Baldwin recently as well, and him getting back in the GT3 in the McLaren. It's really cool. So
Because
yeah.
There was a guy called Cem Bolakbasi, you know.
Yes,
was
he's in
the
Super
F1
Formula now, isn't he?
champion, and he went to Formula 2. He went up to Formula 2. That was very high for
Yeah.
a gamer. So technically, he was a gamer. He went
Yeah,
to
literally.
that direction. But it was really epic. We can be proud of that. Like gamers are, Martin,
No,
bro,
wait.
Joan.
I know
full
where he is
movie
now.
on him.
Yeah, I know. You know Shambolic Bassi. I think he was in European Le Mans last year in the LMP2. So it's mental how far you can go from sim racing. But I don't consider myself that good to like hop in a real car and smash it. Like I'd be competent, I'd think, but I wouldn't be like the next Ayrton Senna for sure. No, definitely not. Unless I did a lot of training and put a lot of time into it. But you never know. You always have to fucking back yourself as well. So you never really know unless you had the chance.
One day we'll see, definitely.
that's-
We'll go to that track to support Sparks.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with big banners like let's go Sparks.
For the mobile races, mobile racing to reality. That would be the
Yeah,
coolest thing ever.
Racing Red will be sponsoring Sparks' cars someday. If Spark goes to racing.
That would be absolutely epic. But yeah, maybe in another life.
Yeah. Yeah, who says maybe in this. Yeah. So thank you, Sparks, for your time.
No
Yeah,
worries. No
I
worries.
thought
And
of
all the
we
best.
would be a
All the best,
little
mate.
bit
All the
longer
best.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the best for your race.
Yeah. Cheers,
Thank you,
man.
and yeah,
All the best,
good
Park.
luck. Very
Get
the
them.
best of luck
Get
for
them.
your
Yeah,
race.
I'll
Yeah.
take
Go,
out
Spark.
Alex
Let's
Gillen
go.
if you really want me to. You know, if you pay me, I'll take him out. I'm very happy to do that. But yeah. See you later, people. Gonna love you and leave you now.
Yes.
Take care.
The next question is: will it be possible to configure the ICE to electric engine power ratio and have, for instance, a 67-33 split, like 700 horsepower for ICE, 350 for MGUK,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that? Like, can we change for super clipping if you want super clipping or not? Basically, the question.
Um, as I've said, we are considering these things. You know it because we are discussing it on a
Yeah, of course.
regular basis, and yeah, it's on plans. I don't know exact implementation of it yet. Because it's not really made in the game right now to work with super clipping and stuff like that. But yeah, there will be some kind of configuration possibility because as I've said it in the Discord server a bit, the game aims to be realistic, but when the reality is undesirable like the way it is now, some changes can be done and should be done.
Yeah, okay. I know what we are discussing it, but the people don't know, and like it's really confusing. Like how FI has just gone like, why is it like trying to be a Formula 1 point electric like that?
1 point electric.
For some reason, yeah, Formula One. What do you
I don't
do?
know.
We Formula One. What are we? The peak of motorsport. What do we do? Township at the end of the street, before the
Yeah,
end of the street.
And block people. And
yeah,
block
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
for criticizing.
On
Yeah,
social media.
yeah. So there are a few vague questions for FCR 2025, not six. That is why the handling model is so bad, and why does it why does it look like a Roblox game?
Oh well,
And,
that narrative again. I think both will be shut down in 2026 quite well. So yeah, that's the only comment I'm going to say about it.
yeah. So there is this question that was maybe the first question I saw that made sense, other than the after I released the form, other than the vague questions or the funny ones. That is for Dan, what was it that fully pushed you over the edge to go all out and switch to UE? Like, was it a like he's asking, like, was it a single event? Like, you were already trying to switch to, thinking of switching to Unreal, and that is there anything that like really pushed you over the edge?
Um, no, because decisions like this have to be premeditated. You have to think them through very well. So it was not an impulsive decision, of course. If there was some a particular thing that made me go, well, maybe I should switch. Uh, Maybe Unity inconsistencies would be the main one, but it was not the only reason, of course. I had to look at the capabilities of the engine that I was trying to switch onto, whether it's suitable for what I'm trying to do, and I have considered that it is. Uh, Despite what some others may be thinking or knowing vaguely from what they do right now. But these decisions, as I've said, have to be really calculated because you are putting yourself in a very big risk by doing these moves. I do not have as much to lose as others would if they would try to do the switch. As I've said, I'm in a good position to do that, and I've tried to capitalize on it. I think other developers would want to be in the position that I am to afford a switch like that and maybe not spend 2 or 3 years on it. But the point is that these decisions don't come as impulsive, they have to be very well thought out. So there was no something, it was a combination of a lot of factors.
Yeah. So yeah, for the people's asking that, like there are maybe a lot of people who are thinking like it's a vague decision, like you can at the end of 25 just decided to go to Unreal Engine and do it,
I've
but no, it has
decided
been a lot.
I've decided it at the end of 2024. When
Yeah.
25 was released, I knew that 26 was going to be built in Unreal Engine.
Long time planning, that means that's
Okay.
long time call.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. It
Yeah.
needs to be like that. It needs to, because that's the way it's got to work in order to really build something, because yeah, otherwise you just rush things and they are going to turn out pretty badly, even from the start and even after a few patches and so on. But yeah, you need to thoroughly plan these things, and I'm saying it again, it was a very premeditated move and very thought out.
I think people are
How
thinking
well, we'll see.
I
Okay,
think people are thinking
tell
this
me.
way because it was a secret and it was just revealed suddenly. So maybe people are thinking like it
It
was like sudden thought, like let's switch it like that. Maybe that's why people are thinking
No,
like that.
absolutely not. But yet, it was a very well kept secret
Mhm.
again. But it was hard to keep it, first of all. Hard to not try to reveal anything about it, even though it's very exciting bit of news. But on the other hand, again, it has to be planned. You have to know exactly what you're up to and like try to really build something from there, because otherwise I will just waste my time and everyone's time, and it wouldn't turn out very
There
well
ha-
for the game
there has to be a
and for the community.
long term vision onto it. Unlike Aston Martin, there has to be a long term vision onto it for creating the great thing. Let's let's not
Uh, yeah,
Aston Martin should take this point seriously.
yeah. I don't know what exactly happened at Aston Martin. It's so curious. Like, how did it really get so badly? Because they really looked like they had one very solid vision, and it's something that I need to look forward to in order to not do the same with FCR. Because there
People's
is a
phones are
risk.
vibrating so much. People's phones are vibrating so much that they are getting permanent nerve damage.
Phones
They're
vibrating so
frying,
much that you cannot play the game. Yeah.
the GPU frying itself from
And
the load.
I'll be like this, like
you
Alonso. I'll
you
be like
know.
this, driving with one hand.
Yeah, you just have all the hand. Oh, stop that. Nah, Rev, uh, at least you can say, and I think you can say it pretty confidently, that from the builds that you have right now, you have the access to. How does the game run?
Yeah, yeah.
How
Well,
does the
well,
game run?
it doesn't toast my phone for now, but at least what can I say? Like it is pretty good. Like I am getting flawless 60 FPS at like max settings for now. But like there aren't much
Yes.
on the tracks. Like it's just a track and a few assets, but we'll have to see after like everything with 20 cars, 22 cars, or even 24 cars, how it goes. So still a long way to make the conclusion that it is a well optimized game, but we are on the right path right now. For now, it's
Well,
absolutely goated. And
well,
from the test I
there
have
you
had,
have an opinion from someone else
yeah.
than me.
Yes, so from my the test you have given me, like is just destroyers like at the ultra setting, the max settings, like right now it can the graphics wise destroy like Monoposto or FX Racer. Like, there's just no
Well,
competition to it.
FX is easy to
well,
beat. FX is easy to
FX
beat.
Racer
the
is
graphics,
too low at the bar. The
yes.
bar is too low. For FX Racer, the bar is too low, but I can say Monoposto or even Ala Mobile at max settings.
I mean, Monoposto beats out everything in
Well,
terms of details. Like the steering wheel, everything works. Like all the display things works. You have the helicopter flying over, and there's a lot of detail to be honest. I mean, tracks are not realistic for let's say that way, but you can see so much of small details being put to the game, which not none of the games do it right now. But we're gonna see, of course, in FCR. I'm really excited to. I'm like Really, I'm also hyping up. People would also hype up. That is the spirit, you know. Would be crazy. Would be crazy. We really want some battle between the games. You know, FX Racer versus FCR versus, and through that, yeah, let's
The
go.
videos, the videos you've been doing have helped the game a lot, and I wanted to help to thank you with that because yeah, the comparisons with the pit stops and the podiums and everything. Yeah, FCR kind of look the worst out of them in quite every comparison, but they've been helping because even for a lot of people, I've seen them getting quite a lot of views, and I'm sure that not all people that have seen it knew that FCR existed in the first place.
Yeah.
I
Bec-
don't think the game has a I don't think the game has a recognition problem anymore like it maybe had 1 year ago. Like people
I think that
know of it
the video I
much
made,
better.
the
But
video I made, I was trying to be honest with like whatever I faced with that. Like I literally had a fronting damage out of nowhere. I was just trying to be honest. I was not like, you know, bugging any
absolutely,
game over anything. But I think because
yeah,
of
yeah,
that video, I think many people who didn't even know what FCR was got to know about FCR because of the other games also. Like the video pulled
that was
FCR
what I
into
was
the
trying to say. Yeah,
competition. I think that video actually pulled FCR into the competition as well. Like this can be a competitor in the future about these four games that we've been fighting with. So that's kind of good, right?
it's about it's about how people view it exactly.
Mhm.
Because when you present them something, they form their own opinion most of the time. It's like I like this or I don't. There are quite a few people who like FCR, maybe even more than I do right now. Some who don't really appreciate it, but that's fine. I'm trying to gather opinions from everyone. Like I said, understand what are the strengths, what can we work on, but the Unreal Engine Switch gives me an amazing opportunity to work on whatever I want. Like all the things come from all the things have to be rebuilt in some way, and I can revisit a lot of the stuff that has been developed in the game and try to shift either the balance of some things, how I'm approaching them, or some concepts altogether. And again, you are going to see that it's going to be a pretty different game, but from the FCR Foundation, the FCR way that you know,
Mhm.
but technically much more advanced. And I'm speaking about pretty much everything there is to it: graphics, gameplay, quite everything is going to be such a new experience, and most of the
Yeah.
things,
Even I was in my
many things you haven't seen.
in my review video also when I made the review video on FCR 2024 and then 2025, I was like, yes, there are a lot of things that need to be worked on. Like the steering wheel was feeling like keyboard. In 2024 specifically, it was like was turning like it was feeling like keyboard. I'm pressing the keyboard to turn it. That was improved a little bit on 2025, and I was literally honest with all the time. And I said one thing all the time that this game got the potential. This game got the potential to be one of the, you know, top four. Like there will be shuffling up with the positions. Like right now, pretty much people would vote that Monoposto is the best, then Ala Mobile, then FX Racer and FCR is there also. People consider it, and there would be, of course, after I think so 2026, there will be shuffling of the position. I pretty much think so. After all of this hearing, I'm also excited.
I hope so. I really hope so. And yeah, as I've said, I think yeah, right now people see FCR as the fourth game. I don't think it has a recognition problem anymore. But the what we're trying to do is quite unique, and I really hope it turns out well, and people are going to like it, and really bring that something that is maybe a bit missing from this scene at the moment. You see the free games and you think that they've hit the limit a bit. Maybe there is not much to go up to from here. And there is FCR with the engine change and everything will be whoa, almost brand new, or most of the things are going to be like whoa, I have never seen this thing done this way. That is what I'm trying to do with 2026, and
Um,
it's going to
uh,
be
I
one
mean,
hell of a year.
I mean, Real Racing 3 also maybe one of the reason where why they could not bring that handling changes and stuff because they were based in a 2013 sort of a model and they just could not get over that. So that's why the controlling remained the same even after all of the year. And I think you are right. I think so. Many games like they are like up to the max level and they cannot go beyond that. The model they are based on. But FCR is switching the engines. I think that opens up a new opportunity. So I think that could be a big
That's
surprise.
exactly what I'm trying to. That's exactly what I'm trying to achieve with that.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah,
really
so
amazing.
I have 2 points. So before I forget them, like I just made it right now. So the
Tell me.
thing is, remember 2 years ago, the first like first proper review video on FCR was mine. I will take the credit for that, where I placed
I think
Monoposto
yes.
and Ala Mobile and put cross on them and place FCR
Ah, yeah,
24 and
I remember that thumbnail. It was the biggest clickbait of all time, but I appreciated it. Yeah.
Is it? Is it the clickbait after? Is it a clickbait after 2020 after FCR 2026, or was it just my future vision regarding the game?
It was
What was
future
it?
foreshadowing. It was future foreshadowing.
Yeah, yeah. It that video will age like fine wine. Yeah,
Yeah,
when
exactly.
FCR 2026 when FCR 2026 releases, I am gonna like. I told you guys 3 years, 2 years ago that FCR is gonna do something crazy, and you did not believe me. You said that it is
Well, there you
clickbait.
have it. There you have
Yeah,
it. Something that has never been done before, and will quite frankly never be done before. Never will never be done
You
even
anytime
after.
soon, probably
Yeah,
Dan,
after. Yeah.
Dan, I think when the let's be honest, the AI just kind of suicidal. I actually tried to make a championship video with the FCR 2025. I tried to race in Bahrain, and they just everyone was like trying to kill me and stuff. I was just dodging them, and I still, you know what? I still managed to make the video up, and I set the fuel 1 lap extra, and everyone, including me, all the AI just ran out of fuel 1 lap before. I have no idea why that
Oh
happened,
well.
and everyone just
Oh well.
ran out of fuel, and I just did not post that. I thought,
Might have been an issue.
yeah, that was something issue,
Might have
and
been an issue with that.
I think people making
Yeah.
championship video from FCR would really boost that. There would be a storyline, there would be depth in it. Then Monoposto, like Sparks, that is Monoposto, like pretty much, Sparks created
I
that hype.
know. I
S-
watched the
cha-
series. I watched the
the
series, and it's
championship,
so
shuttle
freaking
foreshadowing.
absolute cinema all the time. It's like whoa.
Yeah,
yeah, the
yes,
storyline
subtle
actually,
foreshadowing. But
yeah.
the first championship video will be on Racing Rev, so subscribe for that.
I think
Self
championships
promotion.
has been done. Championships have been done before in FCR. I've seen them. I've seen
No, for
people do
like the
championship
proper FCR
videos.
2026, like a proper multi-season career mode with
Oh yeah.
storyline, with everything.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Like the recent
I
Rev
think
Jib
it will
storyline in
be.
Monoposto that I'm doing. Sparks
I
that he is doing.
Yeah, I think it will be on your channel, the first one. I'm going to give you that
Yeah,
that honor
yeah,
to review the game first, and yeah. But you know how it evolves, and you know it's been evolving pretty quickly, especially
yeah, yeah,
in the last few weeks. And I wanted to point out something. Since you've talked about the 2024 review a bit, and this was think about it, this was less than 2 years ago, right? It was like 15 months ago, and
yeah.
try to think about this. Where was Monoposto? Where was Ala Mobile 2 years ago? How much have they evolved up until this point? Yeah, how many changes have there been in this last? Actually, no, like not 15 months, like 20 months or so. Uh, and how much did FCR evolve in this period? And you will
That's
see
a
that the
Yeah,
difference
lot
it-
is
lot
pretty
of
the
big.
difference
improvement.
is
Yeah.
Okay,
crazy.
I had room. I had much more room to improve on that. But think about the possibilities that the Unreal Engine may bring onto that,
Yeah.
and
Right.
you can now see
So,
that this is pretty crazy.
yeah, so my video is going to age like fine wine, but yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna
within
take the credit again.
I mean, I mean
Yeah, so
within I mean within 2 years or so, FX Racer was just like a no one was
Yeah,
caring about. They bought livery,
I
they
know,
bought car model, NASCAR,
I
IndyCar,
know,
and podium
I
celebration.
know. So many things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that made it
so many
just
things.
hype up. That made the
Yeah,
game hype up. So I think FCR could do that too because
absolutely.
improvement is there. I mean, isn't that Monoposto did not really that magical improvements. Yeah, small improvement here and there. I mean, according to the season and stuff. But yeah, the revolutionary stuff was missing. I think so.
Because the game kind of peaked.
Game
The
is
game
what
Yeah,
it
kind
with
of
is.
the
peaked.
immunity, the game is
It's
peaked.
number one. It's number one. No one is really challenging it, and there is not really much need to change when you are in that position.
I mean,
Do
Yeah,
competition.
you
it
really
is. It
need
is
I
like
think.
in.
to make
It is like
fundamental
remember.
changes? No.
Yeah, yeah. It is
I
like
think.
it is like the Intel versus AMD fight that they were in, I guess, in 2017 to 2020. Like Intel was high up here and they were not doing innovations, but AMD came and overtook. Now AMD is better than Intel right now because they did
Kind of,
some
yeah.
groundbreaking changes with yeah, with AM4 and AM5 chips. Yeah, so like FCR is
Kind of,
doing
yeah.
that. They were below it. Yeah,
I think
because
But
competition.
like it is
also,
also happens in the F1 it is also happens in the F1 championships, right? That the person who has more to lose takes less risk than the
risk,
person who
of
does not
course.
have anything to. Yeah,
Of
I,
course, that's logical, but to give credit where it's due to all the developers, to Markway especially, and to Monoposto. This was kinda at first. I believe it was his battle from the distance with EA and with F1 Mobile Racing, where the game, the F1 Mobile Racing just didn't really evolve as much. They just added new seasons, and they added it pretty late to the year without much stuff going on. It was all a very not so pleasing experience of pay to win stuff. And then Bonoposto came and did all those crazy updates in the 22, 23 era, and then F1 Mobile Racing just shut down. They just didn't find it profitable anymore.
I mean,
This
Real
was
Racing.
this
It
was
just
quite a
the
moment.
the same thing happened with Real Racing 3 as well. Like this season was like it was like October and something like that, and then they are releasing the 2024. I think it was the cars, so it was super late. And in Monoposto, like the custom livery thing, actually that was revolution. That was quick. That is so just
Absolutely.
top tier level. I mean, we can have criticism over all the games up there, but as a whole thing, as this whole community, we can appreciate that they have brought mobile gaming to this level, because let's be honest, everyone can't really afford this PC thing. It's pretty expensive to be honest, but everyone has a phone, and pretty much this game run on the
Of
phone.
course.
So
Absolutely. Yeah.
really, we
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
also take some moment, and we should really appreciate all of the efforts that all of these FCR is yeah, then FX Racer, Monoposto, Ala Mobile, all of them really brought that F1 revolution into it. Like you can add liveries, celebration, like it's top tier level that official games that could not do us the favor. I mean, all after
everyone
profit. I
and
mean, yeah.
anyone who is not behind our money. Like if you want to buy a new car, give us your money. You want to play for more than 2 hours, give us all your money. Anyone who is not doing that is doing a great job to the F1 mobile community. Like what
EA
the hell is
Sports
that?
is
You have to repair your car
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
like
EA Sports
after
is
playing a race for
so
3 hours.
crazy. Yeah, EA Sports is so crazy. I am just freaked out that in Real Racing 3, I mean, why we are playing games so that we can play as long as we want? It's not real life, right? We play as long as we want, how many laps we want, we can do that, how many AI we can fight, difficulty and stuff. But whatever that is, in Real Racing 3, after one or two races, we have to repair the car for 3 hours. What the heck? Why
I
three
know.
hours?
I
I
know.
would have I would have got it like real life is like better than that. Why would I wait 3 hours for the cars to repair? Like it's so bad. It is
Yeah.
so
They
unnecessary.
fixed they fixed Kimi Antonelli's car in Australia in 3 hours, and it was totally whack.
Yeah,
Duct
and
In
tape,
yeah,
real
duct
racing
tape.
free, you
we
don't
are at a
even
live
damage the
stream.
car, but you have to repair it.
Yeah, we were on the live stream and we were worried that someone was like duct tape it, and we showed
And
him the image of
I
his
was
rear
like,
wing. I'm
where
like,
should you
where do
start?
you start duct taping?
Where do you start duct
Where
taping?
will
You
you start duct
smashed.
taping that car? Someone commented like they should duct tape the car. We were like literally showed him that image of his rear wing. It's right. Like where will you start duct taping it? And, like they fixed it in 3 hours from FP3 to qualifying. Not even 3 hours, 2 hours, and he
Yeah.
got P2 in qualifying, I guess.
And
Yeah,
real,
yeah.
some cars
So
like
Yeah, yeah, he
the
got second. Yeah.
some cars like the Bugatti or Koenigsegg Agera takes freaking 5 to 4 hours. Like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? And you can only race like one or two races, and you have to fully upgrade the car. And if you don't have enough currency, because everything is so expensive in the game, so I am pretty sure that many people would be like, yeah, let's use real money. Let's use real money. Like, the game is kind of like, yeah, use real money. Use real money. Yes, or watch ad. Watch lots of ad. Freaking 3, 4, 10 ads to get the timing to 30% reduce, and that is so freaking. I just hate that in real. I always used to hate that in real racing. Like, we have to wait 3 hours to repair your car. There is just no freedom. Like, even a time trial, in real life, people get more track time. Like, they can drive, they can spend some time with the car. But in real racing 3, there was like a time trial sort of a thing. Like, four attempts, and they have to wait like 11 minutes, 30 minutes to get the fully recharged. Then you can. Why would you do that? Real life is better than that. I have that criticism all
I
the
have a
time over real
question
racing
then,
3.
if you know it or not, like if you have, was F1 Manager owned by any big company, or was it like a game studio? F1 Manager, was it like owned by EA or someone like that?
No. It was a medium-sized studio. I don't recall their name by heart. It was a medium-sized studio, but the reason they shut it down, I think it didn't make sense financially for them to keep the F1 license. I think that was it, basically.
Yeah, I mean,
But
you know why? Because they cared about the community. They did not put microtransactions in literally everything and anything. That is
I
why when they
know.
yeah, that is why they went out. Like they were like, yeah, we are giving up on the game. They were not like, yeah, we are out of the game and you can't play the game anymore. But they put updates so that players can literally mod it, and modders have literally modded with 2026 F1 cars. Like
Yeah.
if a game
And
studio
you
is
can
doing
still
this.
play it. Yeah.
Yeah. So if a game studio is doing it, it no wonders that they are gonna care about the player base, because it is where their income comes from, and they are not money hungry. But public companies who have their stock prices out on public and public shareholders, they have to show the profit at the end of the day in their balance sheet. So of course they will be, yeah, give us all your money. So
That's
it's a
true.
good thing that, yeah, and EA can do, like, puts a lot of money to buy F1 licenses and make it profitable by doing microtransactions or making the game $2,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Because
Uh,
then it's
can I do
official.
a prediction? Can I do a prediction in here?
Yeah, of
I
course.
don't know
Yeah, of course.
if it's is it announced yet, but I think the 2026 DLC for the official game is going to cost at least $40, so at least half the full game, and it will only have the 2026 cards. That's my prediction. And the regulations are not going to be very accurate. That's
we will
even
see about that
another thing.
if these predictions ages like fine wine or ages like milk. We will have to see that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, this question before I forget it again. Let's say you have seen, like, you like installed Unreal and saw, like, this does not really have the capacity to do it. What if this was the case? How would you have approached to, like, you were like stuck with Unity, like Unreal Engine is still not in the proper path that we
Okay,
can make
yeah.
26 on Unreal.
I
So what?
understand the question
Yeah.
entirely, but there is one thing that I wanted to say. Had that been the case, I would not have announced the Switch. That's one thing.
No, it's not. No, it's not my, like, not that question. My question is, how would have you how would have you approached 26? Would you have like made the entire game ground up in Unity so that it has a new startup system, or would you have like followed the same path, like build on what we have got?
Yeah,
Would it have been? What would it?
that's what I was trying to say. First of all, that right now I'm fully
Uh,
confident that the game will has the capacity to run on Unreal Engine, and I am I'm sure that we'll have a product with it, and so on. So the announcement came at this time because, first of all, I was ready to do it. So if it would not have been the case, I would not have announced the Switch. That was one thing. So that is why the announcement probably came in like that. not like maybe let's say 6 months ago where I didn't know much. We had a car running and that was pretty much all about it. I didn't know
Yeah,
most of
I
the
remember.
things. Now that I know, uh, I could have confidently announced it. But had that not been the case, like let's say if I would have gone to the conclusion that well, Unreal is too much to handle, or the game like would not have the capacity to be built using the engine, or I would not have been so sure about everything, I would have just gone back to Unity and maybe try it again next year when I knew better, or if the engine wasn't prepared, or if I believe the engine wasn't prepared, I would have delayed the switch indefinitely. So it was not something like, yeah, we have to absolutely do this. We have to see if it works, first of all. And to my belief right now, it works well. So I was ready to announce the switch. I did it. And now we have to do the rest of the game, the remaining bits, let's say, and release it in hopefully, as I've said, I don't know what to like set a realistic timeline for release, but I am targeting something around the release of previous FCR games which have been mostly in the May-ish, that kind of period. Maybe it could get a bit pushed to something like the end of May, or something like that. I don't know. That is very early plans, so don't take anything out of it. But yeah, that's a timeline I'm approximately approaching right now. But yeah, don't take it very definitely. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
I
thing,
understand
basically.
that, but my original question was, if like let's say you have to delay the Unreal Engine indefinitely, how do you have approached Unity? Like, would you have like gone the regular
Oh,
path of just building on the
uh,
game like you have done for 24 to 25, or maybe starting from again scratch?
no, I would have still targeted the Unreal Switch someday, so I would have maybe built on top of 25. You know, if
Hmm.
that was the case, with if there was something about well, it's taking way too much on Unreal, then maybe that this is what would have happened. But if there was something like, let's say, the engine is not ready yet, so it would have been more of a case of it's not compatible with what I'm trying to do, or it runs very badly, or stuff like that, where I wouldn't know when it would be ready, then maybe I would have built a brand new foundation, but with a bit of a pity because, well, I could have built it on Unreal, but I would have maybe done that. So it's more of a thing that, well, would the delay or the fact that we are not ready have been because of me, because it's taking long, or because of the engine? So yeah, it would have gone these two ways.
Yeah. Okay. So that is a question like I just had. But so that ends everything about the questions here, and
All right.
these are the in the gist. This was everything. But now we have a few funny questions, and we will have some fun time for a few minutes. Before that, if Mr.
Cool.
Ankit Rai has any
Yeah.
questions, so
Question.
for Dan, anything. Oh yeah, well I
Uh,
forgot about it. Like the
okay.
question was that. Sorry. There was one question like uh, that is I question asked you. That is what pulled you over the edge for the Switch TV. So now the question was for me that how did you get into Blender 3D modeling and how are you enjoying it? And I'm not gonna yap about myself. I will ask also Mr. Ankit Rai like what put you into YouTube and
What put me into
for F1
YouTube?
YouTube.
Uh,
Yeah,
you
what
know,
inspired you to get into come into YouTube? Same
well,
question I asked for.
well, before lockdown, my exams were going on. My exams were starting, and I used to like F1, and that edits, F1 edits where crash compilation, and that win compilation. Should I make my own? Like I tried editing, I I tried. Internet gone? Yeah. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Good.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You're
Okay. Let's continue. So let's start from the beginning. So my exams, by my 10th exam was there, and I was pretty much inspired from some of the edit video of Formula One and stuff like NASCAR video. I also watched that, used to watch that, and I was really excited by those. And I was to think like I would make like something like this of my own. Um, then 2019, I didn't know how to make channel. I had zero idea. I just tried to find everything on my own, and there was like not much of like a tutorial video also back then. And I tried to figure out how things can be done, and I made just a screen recording of me playing a game called Public Transport Simulator, and I did. That was the beginning. Then I started editing crash compilation of stock car racing and Formula 5. I used to play those games. I didn't know about other games existence in 2019 and stuff. And the phone was not really that good, so it was not really capable of running a lot of things. So only games I used to play like stock car racing was to run, FX Racer used to run, and what was this game? Formula Fast Race. As I told, this game used to run. It was a small phone, and I started editing on that crash compilation videos. You can see I if you scroll down on my first videos, I used to make like that. I was really inspired by that. Then I thought people must be thinking like I'm just a crash guy. I always crash. So I thought like what about showing them like I don't crash all the time. I can race also. Then I started uploading gameplay videos, and I was really bad at English. I mean, English is not my mother tongue, so I was not really good at English. Then I started speaking whatever came to my mind. I just didn't stop. I just started speaking, and through that I slowly developed this habit of thinking in English. And if you think in a mother language, then it takes a little bit of a processing. Then at least at the works for me, a little bit of processing. Then so I have to think in English. Then it's more fluent. So there was a unique ability I kind of found. Like I can drive and commentate at the same time. Many people can't do that. I mean, there are many people who just can drive if they talk like mess up. Though I was like talking and driving, and I made stock car video back then. Then FX as a championship, someone gave me the idea, and that was the beginning of the most one of the like legendary things I can say, the FX as a championship, and that created the whole chain reaction. And I used to play stock car and FX racer back then. Then I thought like the channel is not growing much, and I was really lost at some moment. Then I started, you know, skyrocketing the things. I have to figure out really quickly how things are done, because YouTube channel, making a YouTube channel doesn't mean like, you have to also be mature in real life. You have to mature. You have to understand how things work, how people want, what people want. And I was not really that, but I changed everything. I thought, no, I will level up personally. I'll level up personally. I'll do solo leveling. You know the anime solo leveling. Yeah. I was like, I'll do solo leveling. I'll be mature. I'll try to get more knowledge. I'll try to push myself, and my personal self development is the reason that portrait to the YouTube. There's like not like everything happened out of nowhere, and yeah, then the channel was still kind of stuck. I wasn't having finding any idea. Then Fixer came with the updates, and I started making videos on that, and it just blew up. Yes, I was playing FX Racer Championship, but the game was going nowhere, to be honest. It was like the same thing. But when the updates came, there are just so many opportunities. Like you can add livery. So different championship. I started getting different championship. Then I thought like let's expand the reach. Try Monoposto. I mean 2022 I tried to play Monoposto, but things went little bit offside, personal life also. A lot of things happened, and I just could not make videos. But I just literally become workaholic after that. Like right now, as I stand this point, I stream. Once I did like Grid Talk Live 2 streams, then FXS stream also, and edited the video like so many things, like making shorts, editing, all the ideas, thumbnail making, everything like super pack. And I'm also in university, so I have to work that also. They also like all the time giving you assignment and stuff, managing that also. I sometimes go crazy with that, but I don't know how I managed to do that. But There's a determination that because I love doing this. I love doing this. That is the most motivation that I can find actually. I love racing. I love these games. I love making videos. I love all of the thing that goes into it. And I think that is the biggest, motivation that keeps me going. And I really love my job, love what I do. Look what I'm here having a podcast. I mean, if 2 years ago I was like nowhere, I people don't even know me properly. That's the FX Racer Championship and start. The channel was not even growing, and everything just changed when I decided to. I think the thing started to change when I decided to like solo level. Like this is not how life should go on. I should level up myself, and I think that just changed reaction to everything. There we go. There we go. The storyline.
Yeah, so the storyline is quite inspiring, and I don't want to make it for myself also, so I will ask Dan too. Like I also have a kind of a story like that with Mr. Ankitra. I will share, but I will also ask Dan what inspired you to create FCR. Was it just the love of Formula One, or was it like a quick assignment for university and then you like stuck with it, or what was it? What was the inspiration behind FCR?
Before saying that, I want to have a moment of appreciation for Anki Troy because I haven't really got to know him very well until quite a short time ago. But yeah, I think you're really built for this, man, because it's like the way you commentate things. It's like proper YouTuber stuff. And the way you also comment the thing while you're racing, it makes it even more engaging. And you know when to like put really much focus on something, and he goes down the inside. Whoa! That's like
Yeah.
you know how to make it exciting and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And it's like super super cool. And the fact that I'm here to talk with two of the biggest YouTubers of this industry, it's like super amazing. And the whoa, as I said, it's a bit overwhelming at times, but let's get to the beginning. I've always wanted to make games, but at the beginning it was more like go around, see where you're at, and I didn't really know much. But I think it was also the pandemic when I started like getting to know to code a bit better. I was in high school. I was really good at programming and stuff like that. When I was in high school, I was that praise student that was like um known by the teacher and stuff like that. But it wasn't really interesting to do only the school stuff, and I was like, come on. I started making some games in the past, like 2D and stuff like that. Let's try to go to the 3D world and everything. And what happened was that I started doing Unity in like 2020 when we were like all of us were bored and we didn't really know what to do. I was like 16 at the time, but it started to grow a bit. I got to know more, and the next challenge was to do a 3D game. I had something 2D at that moment. It was like a
I
really
remember, yeah,
simple casual
yeah,
game.
I
Yeah, yeah,
remember.
yeah. It was on the store and everything, but yeah, it was just a small project, stuff like that. I don't think it was meant to be a lot, but the thing was that yeah, I wanted to do something 3D, and all of the things that came with it. It's like so much harder making a 3D game compared to a 2D one. It's even from the name, it's another dimension, but there are actually much more things that you need to take into account with even with optimization and everything. So it's a completely different thing. But what game could I have done? I liked Formula One. I started getting back onto it. I had a period of not really watching, even though I watched since I was 8 years old or something like that. And I caught I caught, it's not like I don't know. I got to see Vettel winning the titles. It's like that's how old of a fan I am. But yeah, back then, yeah. I remember that moment on live television. Actually, I remember seeing that moment live.
That,
So
that's
yeah,
Oh
crazy.
wow.
I'm a
That's
bit old.
crazy.
I'm a bit old. I know. I'm a bit
Let's put
old, but
dinosaurs.
yeah.
Let's put dinosaurs behind
Dinosaur.
and then in the editing.
Ah, no, come on. I like the FCR background. No, no, no. um, so yeah. So there was this question of what game can I make, but I didn't really like what the F1 games were like in the mobile scene at that time. You know, we didn't have this amazing monoposto. It was not even on Android at that time. FX Racer was very stale. Ala was just at the beginning, and there was not much variety to it. And I said, "Come on, let's make a game." And then the first one was FCR 2021. I got it, but yeah, it was very bare bones and like super simple, and I got a bit bashed for it. It was a sad moment, but yeah, I knew that I could very much improve on this and go forward, and it was really a case of keeping it up and self improving, as you've said, and Troy, and yeah, really getting focused and learning new things every day. And of course, university helped me a lot because I took computer science, and now I finished with a degree and everything. Now I have a job in the gaming industry also. From the three people that are in FCR Productions, two of them are employed, and the rest is still in school. So yeah, it's a bit of a challenge to combine all these things, but it's going. I don't know. I also don't know when I'm doing all of these things, but yeah, that's how life is. You got to do a lot of challenges. So yeah, that's about it.
Biblical scenes, really.
Well, yeah, like if someone is doing great things, there is going to be a story behind it. Not everyone is doing great things because people are not trying enough. I have seen so many of my friends like I remember starting a YouTube channel and people are like, ah, you are not going to do anything. It's just a waste of time. I'm like, yeah, that is your problem, right? People have different views and I respect it, but like, if everyone is doing the same thing and same boring thing, then there is not going to be any change to the world. Let's say if everyone was just believing that we can't fly, then the Wright brothers won't have made a flying machine in 1920. What was it? 1929
Mm.
or 21, I guess. I don't remember, but
I
like
don't know
within 40
exactly.
years,
Yeah.
yeah. So in the 1920s, and within 40, 50 years, we went to the moon. Like from
Yeah,
Yeah.
not even dreaming about flying and going to the moon. So like people
yeah.
have to do it. And for me, uh, it is a little bit of a like can I say what can I say like a sad kind of story how I got into Formula One. But it all started in 2020, end of 22 or 23. So I was like, I was obviously it was lockdown, and it was during the end of lockdown, and I was bored at home. What would I do? What would I started a book reading channel, like where I would like in the form of a podcast just read a book and upload it onto YouTube, and that was my foundation of coming into YouTube. That is the first thing. Then I switched places, switched schools, and like after here coming to this new place, I was bored and not really many friends. And I have autism and ADHD, and I'm really an introvert person, so it's very hard for me to make friends on the offline. So I started to see what other things I could do in my free time. And I'm a really great, like from the start of me understanding things, I have been into aerospace and like aerospace aviation stuff and in the like rocket engineering stuff. I really love that. I still follow it. Not much because it's Formula One and the other things, not really much, but I have seen big events like, if you know, NASA's 2022 or 23 Perseverance rover Mars. I followed it. I watched it live on TV. Recently, SpaceX is doing stuff with Starship. I follow it, and I absolutely love it. So my first channel was a musical channel where I uploaded musics, re-uploaded musics of different creators. So Racing Rev is not even my third channel or fourth channel. It's like very long down the line, I tried sort of a lot of genres. I had a YouTube channel that I tried for two years, I guess, 2 or 1.5 years. That was related to aerospace, and it I still have the account for it. It's called Stellar Aerospace. Only got 156 subscribers right now. And like, if I go back to that video and listen to my own voice, I feel so childish. Like the voice is so what I was. I mean, it was childish because I was 14 or 15 years old when I was recording my voice, and you know their voice is still like, is it a male voice or is it a female voice?
Before
And then
adolescent.
yeah, yeah. And then at the end of 23, uh, like at the end of 23, it was 19th November 2023, and there was a cricket match in India. Football is like the cricket here. Everyone's
I know.
heart
Religious.
is
It's
full
a
of cricket.
religious. It's a
Yeah,
religious
and
appeal.
yeah, yeah, and like India was playing the finals. I don't remember. Was it Australia or was it New Zealand? I don't remember. I guess
It
it was
was
Australia. Yeah,
it was
19th
Australia.
November.
It was Australia. And
Yeah, it was
oh my
Australia.
god.
And
Oh my god.
India literally won every match before that. Literally everyone. They just lost that final match. I was live with my friend at like with a gathered a lot of people and like put on a projector and big screen. And like we were so excited for it. And when India lost, I just got so heartbroken. Like, oh my god, I can't keep up with cricket anymore. I have to find a new sport. And I was still with that Stellar Aerospace channel doing content when I got into Formula One in the end of 23. And I watched Formula One, and the first driver that came into my feed was Lewis Hamilton. And I stuck with Lewis Hamilton since then. He was not even, what can I say, dominating. I just fell in love with him for some reason. And then came like 24th April of 2024 when I started this channel. Like, yeah. Yeah, so
When it was
let's
falling,
start
it
this
was
channel.
falling. The
Let's
poster was falling, so I just sticked it.
okay, yeah. So
I saw
that
it moving.
old channel was not going anywhere because I did not have the resources. Let me tell you, like I don't. I used to do APKs, download APKs for the game I used to play. It was also a gameplay channel, and the niche was so small, and it was so niche of a game and a community that I was not growing. Like, I stuck at 100 subs for like 1 or 2 or 3 months, and I was really lost. Then I found F1 and I started watching Formula One and I started watching Arava. He was the biggest inspiration of for me starting this channel. He is such a big YouTuber
Because
and then
yes.
on 24th on 24th April I started this channel. The first video and all the experience I have gathered, in the past with all the channels, like how to make a channel, how to not f up the first video. That is, if you upload your first video and it's a gameplay starting your career mode, it's never going to work. So if people watching this can take notes, like the first video was a really popular one. It got like 200 views within one day, and I was like, what? Because it was a video like sharing the most realistic F1 games of 2024 and a clickbait thumbnail, but it worked with the image of F124, but it worked. And yeah, I got into F1, and 24 was really great. I got into FCR, and I guess I did a few things with FCR too. And here is the question that asked me, how did you get into Blender and 3D modeling? It was like, yeah, what can I do other than YouTube? Because I am not really into studying. I'm not a good student at all. I like barely can sit and sit with my ADHD and focus on stuff. But it's so difficult for me. So like, what else can I learn? And I was into video editing. I loved video editing, and I wanted to learn a lot more things. And I got into Blender. I did not have a laptop that time, so I used to model 3D model on mobile. You Dan remember, if you remember the first image I
I do,
sent
I
you,
do,
it was
I
on,
do, I do.
yeah, yeah, it was model on mobile. Then
I know.
I borrowed my uncle's laptop to do a few models for FCR 24, and for 25 I got this laptop. I was gifted this laptop, and I took it, and this laptop has been the blessing for me, quite literally. Like now with FCR 26 too, and in FCR 25 the car and a few models also. uh, and also 25 as a year, can I say was it a really good year? Maybe, maybe not, because a lot of ups and downs. First of all, my 10th standard exam, it was really tough season during then. And at the end of the year, Dan knows what happened. It was a really tough time. Do you remember what happened at the end of 25? If you remember, don't make it public, but like, do you remember? I shared with you.
Yeah, yeah. I know.
Yeah, with that,
I
yeah,
know
with
exactly
that,
what you're talking about.
I'm
But
clueless.
uh, don't worry.
yeah, yeah.
It's fine.
I really don't like to. I really don't like to share it. So sorry, Mr. Ankit. You will probably get to know when I am comfortable with it. But yeah, the 20 end
It's
of
fine. It's
25 was
fine.
really bad, and that's why my uploads were really bad, and the channel did quite struggle during that time, and I was also struggling. But after that, I was like, yeah, fuck it. Let's get on everything. And I right now I'm just like literally I'm workaholic. I'm doing everything, and what I am doing, working on, as I am like sitting at 895 subscribers right now, so very close to F1 1000 subscribers, and it's like it is the first major milestone of a YouTuber if you really think
Yeah.
about it. 1000
1K.
Yeah,
subscribers.
yeah.
Always special.
It
Always
is. It is.
special.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, are really close. And if you have told me one literally 2 years ago that you are going to be have you are going to have two big YouTubers talking to you uh, in a podcast and a creator of a game, would I have believed? Absolutely hell no. Yeah, so life is really unpredictable like that. And in 25, I was like, at the end of 25, yeah, let's take everything I can learn. You will get life once, so learn everything. And so Dan knows what I am up to, and Mr. Ankitra also knows what I am up to. uh, Dan has to literally tell me like stop working. He just told me a few the last week that like I was like overwhelmed with FCR launch and everything. He literally had to like stop everything. You don't have to everything
Yeah.
one at one
True
day. Yeah,
story. That's a true story. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
and I wanted to say something related to what you said, because yeah, you are never going to be great from the start in anything you do. You just have to
yeah,
keep
yeah.
going and
Just start.
listen to
You
people.
just have to start.
Many people, as you've said, many people give up too easily, very easily. And that is going to be a very big problem going into the future, because I don't see people really keeping something close and really trying to do something like persevere with anything too much. And it's like, well, it's not going to be great the second you are doing it. That's the reality. You're going to have to keep improving no matter how great you think you are in the beginning. You're going to make some mistakes and everyone will do it, but the thing is that you need to keep going. In order to achieve something, you really need to keep going and believe in what you're doing. And once you're doing that, the results will eventually come, but it's not, you're not going to get instant gratification. That
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
something
I
I don't think people get so often.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah, yeah,
mean,
exactly. The main thing people give up is just like
yeah, it's like you have a plant and you regularly water it. Then the plant grows, and if
Exactly.
you give up watering it and you're thinking like, no, it's not growing, it's not flowering up. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
life also works like that. We have to be patient. Like I didn't even know the channel would be this big. Like we hit 10K. That is crazy. That is
Who knew?
unbelievable. Like
Did I ever knew FCR was going to have 100,000 downloads? I never knew.
that's crazy. I mean, life.
like
It's the thing.
that is the problem with the people nowadays. They're like everyone has their opinions and we should respect it. But like as in general, I have seen so many friends who are just so narrow minded. Like they don't want to get out of their comfort zone and like try new things. There was my friend whom I said that I'm going to learn video editing and uh, make my living out of it, maybe try something. He just laughed into my face and like AI is going to take your job and like template editing will take. I'm like, how
Yeah,
stupid you are.
there
How
are.
is AI or template editing going to edit a 3 hour video into a
Yeah.
20-minute video with everything entertaining 20-minute
I
video?
mean,
It's like,
I
yeah, of
I
course. If you
I
everything is great until you are into it.
I mean, I've
Everything is
Of
faced.
easy
course.
until you are
Uh,
actually
uh,
doing it.
I've faced so many people in my life like Ankit Roy, can you help me? Can you help me? I want to make a channel. I'm like, I can help you, but you have to be consistent. We have to put everything, and all of them like thinking like it's so easy. It's so easy. You just sit around with this, and you just go ahead, and they don't even know how editing works. They don't even know how to put so much effort on the thumbnail. You have to learn everything of the technical stuff and how to execute. The execution is
Yeah, no,
also a
the
very very big
not
thing in
knowing
YouTube.
is not the problem, right? Not knowing is
Exactly.
not the problem. Not
Exactly.
trying to learn is the
Mhm.
problem.
Yeah,
I did not know how to do video editing. Did I
And
give up on it?
thinking
No,
you know
I learned
everything
it.
is a problem.
I mean those people like all this is a real life story. This is a real life story. There was an uncle who told me, "What are you doing? You are wasting your time. Go and do something like else, like study this, go to this exam." And that very uncle, few days back, is telling his son, like telling me, like teach my son some YouTube also, like teach him some vlogging and stuff. And just Uno
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
reverse,
well, how
Uno
the tables
reverse,
turned, yeah.
Uno reverse, guys.
How the
Uno reverse.
Yeah.
turntables.
Yeah, how the
How the
turntables, yeah.
turntables. Yeah.
That no one is to
Yeah,
believe, like
and
it's thing like what are you doing, like yeah, it's for fun and stuff, but so much of opportunity, like it's the infinite opportunity that you have on this sort of a platform, right? It's crazy, really unbelievable.
yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
and one credit where it's due is where I was in the aerospace genre. There was this one guy, everyday astronaut. I don't know you if you know him or not. You might not know him. Like he literally used to make his videos in his bedroom wearing a Russian spacesuit that he bought on eBay in his bedroom in 2018. And in 2026, he makes better, uh, what can I say, better content or like live feed of a rocket launch than NASA or SpaceX themselves. Of
Well,
course, the onboard footages that are not the way, but like on ground, he is literally having better feed than the entire SpaceX team. And it's like so. I got inspired from him so much that how a single person can change the view on a certain aspect, important aspect of life. Because
Mm.
we are, as in Interstellar, we are explorers and pioneers. We can't like people are so lazy these days, and they don't see in the future. Like if I do it, what will happen? I will
attention
learn a
span
new
of
thing, and people are not.
uh, attention
Yeah,
span of
people's
people is
attention
also
span are so small.
like so small, like they don't even care, like earlier everyone was like into one vibe, like everyone was into this one thing, and now people, because of this lack of what should I say? Like people now have different opinion. They just don't
Attention
care
span.
about the combined opinion. Like this is good or this is bad. Like people, thousand people have thousand opinion, and they believe that is the right thing. That's they think like there is no other possibilities that they are the best. They are the right. I mean, how that can work? There is we have to be honest. Like there can be possibilities that this thing can work this way, and because of this sort of a mentality, people actually they can't really work in a team. They can't really understand how things work because they are just so obsessed with their own ideas and stuff. So that's how nothing big can happen. If you are working in a team, there has to be open minded, like you have to understand what the other people is also saying and have to adapt the combined ideas, right? So that is crazy, that is crazy.
was
Yeah, and, the
that is
creative field
partly
of
Hmm.
that is partly why I'm doing FCR productions, because
Hmm.
I'm trying
yeah
to gather the opinion of more people rather than just keep yellowing it myself. And back to the watering the plant analogy a little bit.
Mhm.
What most people would do in that situation is you have the plant, you put a seed on it, and what most people would do is throw a bottle of water onto it the first day or even more,
yeah
that
yeah
don't care about it for the rest of
2 3
the
months.
month or anything. Yeah,
Yeah,
but the rest of, and then they wonder why didn't it grow?
why the plant didn't grow.
Well,
Uh,
yeah, that's
the
what
plant
that's
takes
what
its
never
first
giving
two
up
three
gives
months
you.
to grow its roots, right? Before the plant comes out and like gives you fruits or anything for whatever flowers or decoration, it has to grow its roots under the soil that is invisible. That is the time where every creator and everyone who has made a difference in the world puts the efforts silently. No one is watching him. Like FCR in
Absolutely,
21, 22, 23. That is the time when FCR
absolutely.
was growing before it got known in 24, 25, and now in 26. It's crazy.
That's
If
that's
like Dan
exactly
has
what I mean.
seen
Yeah.
in Yeah, in 21, if Dan has seen, oh, no one is playing my game, it immunity is also too
Yeah.
difficult for me. I should just focus on my studies and
Quit.
get a job, and
Yeah,
it is quit. Yeah, we want to be here. So, yeah, that's a thing I
Choo-
really see a
choosing
lot
a
of this. I had a
you know
friend.
choosing a
Uh,
unconventional path,
yeah,
development, game development, YouTube, what about the things are like, these are like unsort, like this is a different path than usual, like study then get a job. People are always going ahead to criticize you, like, yeah, you are wrong, you are wrong. I mean, yeah, I have faced it a lot. I've faced it a lot. I mean, you are wrong, you are go and study and all of this, I've faced it a lot.
yeah,
That guy.
yeah.
I
Maybe
just
I.
I just talked about Jimmy Broadbent, who used to make videos in a shed. He used to make videos in a
yeah.
shed, and now he's
We all know it.
racing in real
We all know.
life. So that is peak. That is a peak. People can go from where to where. That is
Absolutely, yeah.
amazing. Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
know, I remember Elon Musk once had this quote, and it has always stuck with me. Uh, if you if you target Mars, at least you will reach space, and it has always stuck with me. Like if you dream big and work for it, at least you will achieve 20% of it, 30% of it, and it's already bigger than any other people who have dreamed less than you. So it's a thing that has stuck to me for since I have heard it, and it's so it really makes sense now. Yeah, and so Racing Rabbit is almost 1K subscriber, and I'm still not what can I say satisfied with what I'm doing in the challenge. I'm just
That
doing what
hunger
everyone is
should
doing.
be
Like
there.
Ankit Roy,
The
Arab,
hunger. The hunger
yeah,
should be
hunger
there.
should be.
Yes, I want to do more. Yes, we
Exactly.
can do it.
Exactly.
The hunger, the
Yep.
excitement.
Uh,
Now I hope people
yeah,
understand why I'm doing the switch to Unreal.
yeah,
Yes.
like
It's
going into
because
the
I want more. I want
yeah.
more. That is the
And
thing.
yeah, I'm not satisfied. Like frankly, I'm not satisfied with what I am doing because I'm just doing what everyone is doing. Sparks, like every thousand YouTuber is doing what it's thousand mobile F1 users are doing in monopost. So Ala Mobile FX Racer, and I will be sharing with you guys for what I will be doing for the 1000 video, a little teaser of that because I want to go like again out of the conventional path of this F1 stream, like F1 thing in F1, but like a different route or path into genre of like doing things. I'll be sharing it on the Discord after this part. That will be the funny that after this philosophical life lesson, having some fun
Yeah.
of the questions. Yeah. So disclaimer: we don't want to hurt anyone's sentiments through these laughs. It's just and take it as a little bit of a funny moment. Like don't take it personally. We let's have some fun after
Sure.
this philosophical thing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So let me find that.
Yes, there we go.
The first one is yeah, I have shared it with Dan. That is in the question that says if others please specify
Yeah,
and
yeah.
someone says nice. Someone says nice. What would you like to answer to him?
Nice.
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 Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, nice. And someone just put a full stop. I guess he was to skip it, but yeah.
Yeah, he wants to skip it.
Nice.
And okay,
Nice.
so
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
okay, and for the please write any curiosities about FCR. Uh,
Mm.
okay, where is it? Where is it? Okay, wait. Yeah, so this is related to the recent American thing that is going on. So he says, will then third bracket redacted be included in FCR 2026? I am looking forward to third bracket redacted.
What? Redacted?
uh, yeah. It's
Yeah,
about the files
files. It's about the
that have
files
been blacked
where
out.
the
Yeah.
Department of Justice just blacked out the text.
Okay,
So
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
that
Now
is
I
the
got it.
question.
Now I got it.
Uh, my answer is yes. We are definitely targeting into 2026, and the features that we are going to implement actually are ads.
Nice.
And so yeah, we are definitely looking into that, and we'll surely have it on the agenda.
Nice.
Oh my god. And okay, so next thing,
That
please
was
write
very
any
foot
curiosity
that
about
that
FCR
was
chat.
that was very football like. In football when they talk to the referee and they're like,
Yeah, when they talk to the yeah.
like, so that no one can
Next,
understand what they're saying.
next question is: please write any curiosities about FCR here. He says cars.
Yeah, I'm very curious about the cars too. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Next is
Nice.
next is another nice.
Another nice.
Nice. Oh, so
Very
much
There
informative.
is
centralization over there. Yeah.
Very informative.
Informative, yeah.
next is please write any curiosities about FCR here, and he says yes.
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 At least it's better than
I
hmm.
he's
At least it's better
probably
than
very
hmm.
curious about the game. But I do not
Yeah,
blame him because we all are.
At least
yeah.
it's
And
better
someone
than
asks,
the
what is the departure date?
what? That this? At least
What
it's
is the departure date?
departure.
What is the
Departure date.
Departure date.
departure? Oh, departure date.
When
It's
Don't
it's
been
leaving
redact
delayed
it.
the
by
Just
garage.
2 hours.
redact it.
When it's leaving the
No,
garage.
let,
When it's leaving the
yeah,
garage.
let's not blame the people. Let's seriously not blame people for not having English as the first language, because
You know, we are
even
not. Yeah, we are not
especially
blaming it. We are
from
just. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely,
is
we are not blaming it.
especially from someone who maybe doesn't even have the same alphabet as English, it's very hard to learn it. So yeah, I appreciate it. That yeah, I don't know when the departure date is going to be. I don't know,
Yeah,
as I've
no,
said it many
we are
times in
just
this
having fun.
podcast.
Please don't take it
I know.
personally. Please, I have
Yeah,
said it and I will say it
please do
again.
not take it.
Please don't
Yeah,
take it
please do not take it.
personally.
Whoever asked this, we
Mhm.
love you. So yeah,
We
don't.
understand. We understand. It's
Yeah,
it's it's
if
okay.
you
It's okay.
took
Yeah,
this time to even write whatever you wrote,
Mhm.
even take this survey, it was a
exactly,
lot. It means a lot. Yeah,
exactly.
and I think it. This question is from one of my friends who doesn't know shit about Formula One. He says, "I don't know what it is. Sorry."
Okay. Yeah. Then why did you
Nice.
take the time to answer this?
Nice. Nice.
uh, yeah.
It's like
Okay.
Harish.
And there
It's
is
like
this one thing.
it's Rev, it's like
It's
Harish.
like
You
Harish.
know that Harish guy? He's telling me, come and fight with me in Call of Duty and BGMI. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it, but you also come 1v1 with me in FXS. And he's like, no, I don't play racing game. Then why are you watching my stream? Am I doing Call of Duty and stuff? Why is watching my stream then? It's like that, yeah. Okay, next,
And
next,
there are
next.
a lot of questions about optimization, to be honest. Would you like to specify? I guess you have already said about it, but like people are so stereotypical with Unreal Engine 5 optimization. Would you
I
like
know.
to say anything?
I know I've addressed this a bit in the podcast, but the thing is that, as you may or may not know, not many mobile games do rely on Unreal, and if you do it right, it's surprisingly good. So that is what I'm trying to what I'm trying to say here. That the game can be optimized. It's not going to look like those visual extraordinary cutscenes that you see that are not even games, but it's going to look very good regardless. Much better than the Unity counterpart, and even much better than other games. But this is just a self-assessment at the moment. The real assessment will be when the game will be released and people are going to see it. But you can make the game run right. You can make the game run even better and probably easier than in Unity. You just have to know a bit of game dev and know what you're doing, not just vibe code stuff. As there is this serve lately going
Yeah,
about
recent
the
vibe
integration,
coding with the
everything.
AI. Yeah,
Yeah, just vibe code apps. If you just vibe code, yeah, it's not going to be optimized correctly. But if you actually try to understand what you're doing, you can achieve pretty good. That's the thing. And is something that I don't know. It's a bit from my own personal experience because I've been working in the game industry for quite some time now as a professional job. I do quality assurance, and we have to test a lot of games that are soon to be coming out and that are maybe yet to be released or maybe are released and are getting updates and stuff like that. Uh, Many of them are now done in Unreal Engine, not so much in Unity, but the very interesting part is even with the platforms that are more performant, the games that are often having bigger optimization issues are those from Unity. This is something that I'm going to say right now. But mainly it's because it's hard to optimize in Unity, right? The out of the box experience is probably better, but if you want to find super performant, the games that are often having bigger optimization issues are those from Unity. This is something that I'm going to say right now. But mainly it's because it's hard to optimize in Unity, right? The out of the box experience is probably better, but if you want to fine tune it, it's going to be easier in Unreal again if you really know what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
so then final thing maybe. So final thing of the day, that is, in the serious, maybe we can have a little small chit chat and me showing you what I want to do in the F1 community. The mobile F1 community, and not like do only championship. I really want to look forward to that. So it's a 1K special we teaser to that video. So yeah, so here is the final thing. I shared it on the group chat too, so that I don't lose it. So this guy says, I have never played this game, but Unreal Engine is slop. What would you like to comment on it?
Well, it doesn't know ball. Zero ball knowledge. Yeah.
Will
No
knowledge,
Uh,
ball
will knowledge,
knowledge.
will knowledge.
no, zero will knowledge. Yeah, zero will knowledge. No, he's probably seen some pretty slop Unreal games because there are a lot. That's
Yeah,
the
is
reality
it
is
really?
you have a tool where you can build things, right? But this
Yeah,
tool, it's up to the developer how well can you use it. The tool has potential, and it's like easy to pick up. In this case, we are talking about Unreal Engine, but then what do you do with it? Unity was in this position like 10 years ago when it was the only game engine feasible for a mobile project, right? And everyone was starting making mobile games, but 90% of them were pure trash. So Unity has this reputation. When you saw that watermark made with Unity at the beginning of the game, 99% of the time you knew it was not going to be a great game. It's like, whoa,
oh, I
Unity
remember.
is such
Yeah,
a bad engine. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And now
yeah, I
Unreal,
remember when I yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I remember
And
in
now
2020 or 21 I used to like this. I guess he is still like Swiss 001. He makes content. He
Butter,
makes aviation
butter,
content. Swiss 001. Hmm?
butter. Isn't that guy, right? Used to say
Yeah,
butter landing,
yeah,
butter
Swiss
landing.
001. Yeah, butter landing. Yeah, so he used to like review games, review aviation games, flight simulators, and the moment he saw Unity, he was like, "Oh, shit, this game is going to be trash." And I did not understand why is it going to be bad uh,
yeah,
until now that I get the context to it.
it's the reputation because it's like, yeah, it was the only engine you could build decently for mobile. And people that were, except of course if you're a big company and you make your own engine, but that is out of the question for like 99.9% of the games. Other than that, yeah, it was that thing where the engine was easy to pick up. It was much easier than anything else, and it had good potential to do things, or at least 10 years ago. Now Unity has gone more onto the slop thing. This is more of like a game dev discussion, but I think like it's been 2 years and a half since they've kind of announced that you have to pay for the for how many people are playing the game, not for the product itself, and you have to pay for services, and we want to become a software as a service, and everyone was just, whoa, boo, go back. And they did eventually, but it was the side, and from them, Unity has become the it's kind of become the product where they want to sell you not the engine itself but services. Yeah, you have live analytics, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, go go go. It does not help you much with the game making thing. Unreal, on the other hand, is free to pick up right now. You can do whatever you want with it. As long as you get profit, you have to give the makers with your Epic game, you have to give them your share, which is a fair, more realistic and reasonable monetization system. But because of that, right now, and because the engine has a lot of potential, many people are doing games with Unreal, especially on PC, and you saw maybe a lot of them on Steam that are very unoptimized, run very purely on a lot of hardware, and they are considered slop. So that is the thing. That's how I think Unreal got its reputation. And as one of the few mobile games that are trying Unreal at the moment, I don't know of many, and I don't know of any that is globally released in the racing genre. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but it's going to be quite a moment because it will set an expectation. Is the engine good? Is the engine bad? Is the engine suitable for doing things like that? And I think I will show that the engine is indeed suitable if you can use it correctly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, everything has its time, right? YouTube right now, full of AI slop, like full of AI slop. I open
Not
YouTube
only
Shorts and
YouTube,
AI,
not
AI.
only YouTube, not only
Full of
YouTube.
water. That
All
must be the
the
water.
internet is filled with it. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's kind of
with AI
sad
voiceover,
because
AI video, and like AI stories. My
yeah,
God, like I don't think people are like so uncreative. They can't even you like write your own like story or your script. Like,
yeah,
is it that hard? Is it that hard? Or like, if it is that hard, be yourself, be original. That will be your
absolutely.
personality on YouTube. Like,
I think
it's
YouTube
And
just
has
this,
crazy. Like,
I think YouTube did launch something like channels which is fully relying on AI and stuff would not be monetized and stuff. So yeah,
I
YouTube
know.
did take
I
some
think
steps
yes. I don't
actually.
know to what extent it applies,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think they've
it
done
applies to
something
all
pretty
like
decent.
they are removing even like now this is the major part like people who are actually trying and putting thousands hundreds of hours on their animation or short film even they are getting demonetized and it's just like YouTube has to see this if this
Yeah,
thing continues then like people will like yeah I'm using AI people are demonetizing me and I'm not using it they are demonetizing me I better use AI and get demonetized it would take me less time
Hmm.
it changes the sentiment so YouTube has to really look in that
yeah.
and
This goes
would you
well
like
with
it's
the with what we said earlier with people that are do not persevere. Now with AI, it's even easier to believe that you do not need to
yeah
persevere. Sadly,
yeah and like chat gpt how chat gpt it's a beautiful answer you have the best
yeah,
mindset you can
absolutely.
do it
You can
absolutely
absolutely do it. I've got this.
oh my god
It has gaslit me into thinking that Unity has some features that it didn't many times actually. And I got this like two
yeah
or three times where I was trying to build a system, and like halfway through, it told me, "No, you can't actually do that." But you told me you it could. No, you can't. Sorry. Like I had to learn
yeah
my lesson two or three times, and it was like, yeah, it's a great idea. You can absolutely do that. When I specifically asked it, "Can I do this? Does it have this feature?" It said, "Yes, you can." Later down the line, it couldn't, but yeah. uh, actually,
yeah, the
let
self
me tell you
validation
a
that the
bit.
AI gives. Yeah,
Yeah, the gaslighting is insane. Let me tell you a bit how I try to integrate AI into the game development because it's a bit of a topic that we it's a hot topic and I want to make some clarifications about it. Um, Most part, what I'm using AI for is to one, as I've said, teach me a bit how systems works because it's trained on a lot of data from the internet, like forums, tutorials, and stuff like that. And most of the time, it goes pretty well, except when you are, of course, trying to do these kind of systems that are pretty niche and is trying to hallucinate and come up with some solutions to things that do not have a solution or cannot be done. But the that's one thing I'm trying to learn from it. It's trying to educate me a bit on how things go with the Unreal Engine. It's like, does this thing have an equivalent in Unreal and stuff like that? And it tells me, yeah, you can use this feature, you can use that. And most of the time, as I've said, it gets it correctly, except when I'm doing some kind of more advanced system, then I need to, of course, figure it out from these things. So it's like trying to give me the examples and stuff like that. A bit for coding, for simple things, like example to my use case. But in other things like media, modeling, texting, text writing, script ideas, I do not use it. Because I believe this is where human touch is getting a bit lost. That is the opinion, and by saying that, I'm also trying to say that the game will not use any AI generated media like sounds or images or stuff like that. So I use AI more in the form of automation for lots of things, trying to gather data from all the tutorials, everything that exists to try and put me in media. That is that was mainly what I wanted to iterate with this.
Yeah. So, i- that is the thing, that human creativity is losing its touch, human feel. Uh, I'm into
Exactly.
book writing. I'm into book writing. I have written 2 books, and the amount of
I
AI
know
slop. Yeah, Mr. Ankitra, I
it's
guess I
insane
forgot
right
to tell you.
nowadays. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I have written 2 books, and one book is regarding aerospace. It has a lot of details. If you love aviation, you should check it out. Like,
All right.
there is a lot of things you can learn for, like, just for the sake of learning it. And I have, like, it's my real story of how I got into aerospace, like A to Z. Haven't made up anything. It's just my real story. And the amount of AI slop, the AI, amount of AI written stories that have come upon, like, when I am currently working on a very big story, and the amount of AI slop that I am coming up is like crazy. How is people not like, how are people so uncreative nowadays that you can't even write a paragraph of your own without using AI?
Yeah.
So much dependence.
It
So
will
much
probably be
dependence.
hard to believe. Yeah, a lot of dependence, of course, and it's probably going to be hard to believe. But I never used AI to write a description for my posts or to come up with a strategic plan, like ever, because yeah, it's perfect for stuff like that, for creating social media descriptions or anything. But it's not me. I am making the
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
not the AI.
I also
So
feel the
I have
same
to come
way.
up with these things.
I also feel the same way while
Yeah,
writing anything like that.
I'll touch
If
upon
if
YouTuber to his
if
community.
yeah, yeah,
If, like, if I use AI, if
hmm,
Ankitra uses AI, if every YouTuber uses AI, the AI things AI can generate will be like limited to some sort of stuff. And I have seen it to ChatGPT. Like, if I, let's say, put let's say prompt to like write this kind of a scenario, the thing it writes almost like the gist of it almost matches to, if I now then go to the book that I have taken that prompt from, and like, let's say there is a story, and if I like go to ChatGPT and ask it to write a certain part of that story, the gist of it actually matches, like how the AI, I can like feel it that it is AI, because the writing style and
hmm.
how
Yep.
things are generally now getting written with AI is just matches. And it's like,
you
oh
know,
my God, why is everything AI slop nowadays?
you know,
There are
in the in
thousands of stories
i-
that are even going into
hmm.
best sellings for AI. Just AI has written that. And I have seen people, writers, actively uh, come up and say that, yeah, I have used AI to write this story, and like it has gone to Amazon bestsellers. Can you imagine it?
Yep.
When you make AI to write something, it just
Pretty
does
sad.
not feel like I'm writing it. It doesn't feel like, fixing
Yes.
grammar using AI is still okay. Like, I've made some mistake, then AI can, fix that grammar here and there without changing the tone. But if there is like a change of tone, the AI is, changing the way you are writing the thing. That means you are not writing it, right? That's not you. That's the chat GPT saying that, isn't that? So it loses the originality, isn't that?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So that should make the end of the podcast. If I don't think
We
I'm
are
Oh
gonna
well.
upload
we
this 4 hour at a
Dan,
whole,
Dan,
maybe
Of
we
two
are
hours
course
and
not,
two
but it's
hours.
going to have
Dan,
to.
we are
Yeah,
10 minutes away from going into the next day. I mean, we started the stream on 21st March. We will be almost like
Oh
22
yeah,
March.
yeah, in India, yeah, it's like almost
yeah,
midnight. I know. Yeah.
yeah. And
Starting
after
the
this,
stream. ending on
I will be
another
doing
day.
on FCR for sure.
Oh God.
After this, after
I
this,
will also do that. But yeah,
yeah,
it is still the
yeah.
evening, so
So
Yeah,
So that's it for the podcast, guys. I enjoyed it. They enjoyed it. I hope you guys also enjoyed it. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more stuff like that, and see you guys in the next one.